Hey everyone, how's it going? Today I'm going to be reviewing another light bar from OPPSK. Go ahead and open it and see what we got. This light makes a great dance floor wash, uplight, facade uplight, and pixel mappable eye candy effect. You can pick this on Amazon for less than $100. It has 24 RGB LEDs that are 3 watts each, so that's 72 in total, so that means it's very bright. And it has a 40-degree angle of light output. So you can attach your mounting hardware to the brackets on the top and bottom. So on the right side and the bottom, there is not much. It's nice and shiny. Then all of the important stuff is on the left side. It has an outlet so you can daisy chain up to 10 of these. It has a power cable input, and it has a DMX in and out, and it has a 4-button LCD panel. And we'll go over the LCD panel operations in just a moment. I mean, it feels pretty solid. It's made of metal. It's not very heavy. It's only 4 pounds, so that is extremely lightweight. It's 40 inches long and it's 2.5 inches wide and tall. And there's various modes of DMX operations: 5, 8, 14, 26, and 50, depending on how much control you want. I haven't made a sound switch show for this like I did my other OPPSK light bar. If that is something you'd be interested, leave me a comment down below and I will add one if I get enough requests, and I'll have it in the description below if I do add one. The Rockville RLB 60 is a perfect bag to transport these. You can find this on Amazon for only 35 bucks. Alright, so I have my light bar here. I have it plugged in and it's up against the white backdrop. So I'm going to go over some of the menu options that you can encounter here on this LCD panel. So you click the menu button, and so you can choose like the DMX address if you're going to be using it with DMX. You can choose the channel mode. If you want 5 channels, 50 channels, 26, 14, or 8. This is where you'd configure that. So you can choose like a static color in this mode. Sometimes that's what you want. You just want this to be a static color throughout the entire event. You can do sound active mode. There's like 16 different macros, and to advance to each scene, it responds to sound. So like if I'm tapping my table, you'll see that it advances when I tap. This is probably a good option if you just want to set it and forget it. There's auto mode, and there's 16 different patterns. And you select one and they can choose a speed, a number between 1 and 9. For pixel mapping effects, I generally like faster. I'll show you a couple of patterns. And there's also a manual mode where you can choose how much of each color you want to configure to create your own custom static color. Another thing I want to show you is that you don't always need DMX to have a good show. For the next part, I want to control 2 of them, so I'm going to master slave it, so I don't need any DMX. So I'm going to use my Donner wireless transmitter and my Donner wireless receiver. So the transmitter, the one I want transmitting, I can put into DMX out. This comes with a plug, so I can just plug it right here into the power out. And then I put this into my other light. This is flashing green, so that means it's connected. I plug it in. See how it says SL1? That means it's in slave mode 1. And there we go, they're doing the same thing. Easy peasy. And if you don't have wireless DMX, you can always just use a DMX cable. I think these make really good uplights. It gives you more wider coverage. And you could do different colors, and this is definitely a lot more of a unique look than just one of these traditional lights. And there's no hot spots when you look at this. Everything is nice and even. Yeah, consider this versus... This gives you nice even coverage for a facade, and see that I have like a master slaved. In the back it looks really cool. I actually have one flipped the wrong way, but it actually provides a nice effect. It's like doing the opposite thing. Now let me show you what it looks like on a T-bar, and don't mind the cables. This is just a demo. Alright, pretty cool. It's extremely bright. Let's make it even cooler and let's add the uplight behind it. So I have my T-bar right here. As you can see, this throws light really well. It's really bright. This is a perfect dance floor washer. And that's with just one of them. With two of them, even more coverage. So you can hang these vertically on a speaker stand or a gravity lighting stand. And they're extremely bright. So I highly recommend that if you do it this way, to use DMX so you can dim it a little bit so you're not blinding your audience. And I do like the separated dots compared to like the frosted filter of the other OPPSK light bar I showed. It's just a different effect and it looks great in photos and video. Put on a clamp onto this. It's really tight, so you probably have to take this off, which I'm not going to lie is a little annoying. Now you attach it. So it helps for me to hold the wing nut and twist the clamp. There we go. Now you attach the bracket back to the light. And there we go. Do it on both sides and now we're ready to clamp it. And so a lot of people are skeptical buying these like really affordable, cost-effective lights off of Amazon or from China. So I've owned the Chauvet version, the Colorband Pix, for a while, so I'm just going to do a quick comparison of this to that. As far as like the size and light output, it's very similar. The built-in macros on the OPPSK are even better, I think. And this has 24 LEDs instead of 12. I think that makes your pixel mappable macros look even cooler. But where Chauvet really shined was the build quality and the mounting options. There were brackets on each end and they came out much more. It was easier to install the mounting hardware. And as an uplight, it was nice because you could tilt it a little bit, and this one could only really go straight up and down. And I mean, they designed it that way partially because all the controls were on the back. And having a mounting option in the middle of the light was nice because it made it a lot easier to angle this light. And this one would be a lot harder because it has to have 2 points of contact to mount it. And it also had a nice protective clear filter for the LEDs. And it featured 5-pin and 3-pin DMX, although I never use 5-pin. And the OPPSK only has a 3-pin. So a lot of the features of a more expensive brand you might not need. This OPPSK in comparison is a much more streamlined, no-nonsense fixture that is more cost-effective and might be the right solution for your application. Thank you so much for watching this video. So if you found that helpful, please smash like and subscribe. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, or any experiences regarding this light, please leave them down below, and I'll see you in the next video.